G'day guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So today, we're in for a little bit of a treat. I went to a friend's house, his name's Ash, I'm not going to give his full name or anything, but basically, he's right into his aquascaping, and like, I envy his fish tanks. They are amazing. It's not a fish room as such, but he does have an office with a few tanks in it, and also a couple of tanks around the house. And like, he's also got some terrariums which I've shown, but basically I just took a bit of B-roll while I was there, and I might just play a bit of music and do a bit of a voiceover and talk about what he's got there. I was inspired that much so that if you notice behind me, the discus tank is actually brighter. I did a bit of a light mod. For any of you know the light that's on there, it was only running at like 30%. I've cranked it up now. It's probably running at around 60% of the original 500 watt light. I don't want to crank it to 500 watts. My power bill won't be my friend, but I think we're probably running at around 300 watts, maybe just over now. I should put a tester on it and test how much it's actually using, and it would actually give me a better idea of like how many watts per litre I'm running. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this because I really enjoyed filming it. Alright guys, so here we go. These are similar cichlids. I can't give you their full name off the top of my head. They're one of the world's smallest cichlids. I think their multis might be slightly smaller, but they're pretty cool fish. But he is thinking about changing this tank up to a flower horn tank, and I was trying to convince him to do that. So we'll see what happens with this tank. And then he's got his salt water. At first I started filming with no filter on the camera. This clownfish pair, I thought they were awesome. Really made me want to get salt water again. And then he gave me this filter, which was a bit of a mission, but I managed to get it on my camera. It gave such a different perspective of the tank through the camera. Thought it was pretty cool. I really love the soft corals. I know the hard corals are generally more sought after, but soft corals are my favourite personally. That's like a 2.5 foot Red Sea tank maybe, if I remember correctly. That might be wrong actually. So then this was I think it might have been a 5 foot tank, completely planted out, and all of his plant tanks will run CO2, so I can only imagine his CO2 bill at the end of every month. I thought this ram was pretty cool. I wouldn't mind a couple, but I'm not sure how they would go with the discus, and I really liked the gouramis back there. They were quite pretty. But yeah, huge credit to Ash on his planting abilities. If you look at the front bottom there, that's the Brazilian Nisus. That's actually the same plant that I'm trying to grow in my tank. But that tank there has got a light which retails for over $1,000, so no wonder the plant growth is going really well. And this is a little better bowl. It had like a tiny little filter on the back. It was almost like a hang on the back, but slightly different. It's pretty cool. Completely filled with duckweed, and the fighter seemed really happy. I think it's you can see, oh no, it's an internal filter, sorry. Alright, I love these guys. Synspillum. They are a perfect example. I was ready to grab a net and steal them for my own personal collection, but I didn't. And then this is the same tank. It's like a 6 foot You'll notice it's not very well lit. He definitely has a priority on keeping his plants lit. That guy there is a Zotanus. Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong. Also another fish that I was about to grab a net and pull out of the tank. This tank here is just a bit of a terrarium. There's no water in it. I thought it was pretty cool. And then that is a, I can't remember, is it a paludarium or something like that? Then this is the star of the planted tank. This is like a 3 by 1.5 foot, I think. It's not huge, but it's perfect. The plants are just insane. So well scaped too. It's a bit hard to see in the camera what's going on down the bottom, but like it's so many layers and it's built up, and Ash has just got a creative hand, that's for sure. Better than I'll ever be able to do, I reckon. But we can only try. Even like just down the bottom there, some of the mosses, they're just going nuts. This tank was didn't really fit in with the rest, but it was cool either way. I really like the driftwood that's in there, and the firemouth cichlids are pretty cool. They've still got a lot of growing to do, but you don't really I've never seen a group of firemouths like that. Usually when you see a firemouth, it's like some noob that's got it in an African tank. It was really cool to see it in like a nice dark tank, which like really showed off the colours. And yes, there is no shortage of planted tanks at Ash's house. This is like maybe a 3-foot tank divided. It's got 2 sides. That's his female betta sanctuary, he was calling it. And I really want that plant on the top left there. I can't remember the name of it, but it looks like it's got holes all through the leaves. He said it's quite expensive. Alright, now this is one of his terrariums. This thing is actually awesome. This is actually what got me and my partner into terrariums. Ash actually built my first terrarium and gave it to me for free, so huge credit to this guy. Not to mention, when I went there yesterday, he was actually giving me some plants for free. I didn't pay for anything that I got off him yesterday. He's just a legend. This is a paludarium, 45 centimeter cube. It's really cool. He's got the mister in there. We got chatting about that, and he had the same problem that I have. The mister doesn't last very long before it needs replacing. How did you like that, guys? I really enjoyed filming that. I hope you guys liked it as much as I did. If you liked this video, give a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe for more, hit that little red button down there. And tomorrow I'll see the Patreons. If you're not a Patreon, the link is in the description if you are interested. Peace out.